Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to HAT137 Software Now. This is the week 1 of the semester. First of all, I welcome everyone to this university, and I'm Sami, the unit coordinator as well as the lecturer for this particular unit. Okay. So this unit is offered in a couple of modes. One is internal, external, and it is offered in Darwin as well as in Sydney. So I'm not expecting any Sydney students to come and join this unit, join this class, because they have a separate class over there. Those who have been enrolled in Sydney Darwin campus, they are most welcome to come over here and join the class. Okay. Now, before I start, definitely I'd like to introduce a number of things, and there'll be a couple of announcements that I'll be sharing with you. So my kind request to all of you is that please do note this. Please do take a note of those things, those announcements, and I'll be also posting announcements on a regular basis. One more thing, I expect all of you to be here at least by 10 past 5. In that way, I'll have less interruption as well. So now I can see this is the first class, so people will be coming in and going. So that's fine for me. But from next week onwards, please try to be here at least 10 minutes before the class. It is always good to start the class on time. If not, I will start my class at 10 past 5. Okay. And then one more thing also I'd like to discuss, that when I'll be taking my lecture, I request all of you to concentrate on what I'm saying. And then I'll give you time as well as an options to ask your questions. And we will answer all your questions and queries that you have during the course as well. Okay. So this is the software now, first week of the class. And let me start with something about the LearnLine first of all. I'd like to give you a brief introduction about the unit LearnLine, what you should be looking into it, and how you should be going ahead. So let me share my screen so that you can have a bit of understanding what you want to do. Right, the screen is shared. Now, this is actually the LearnLine. So if you are enrolled as a student and if you go there, this is called student preview mode, right? So this is the LearnLine unit for HAT137, which is software now. And in this unit, we'll be learning about Python programming. I'll talk about all these things in the coming slides and in the coming weeks as well. The first thing that we have to understand to minimize lots of questions that we always have is about the LearnLine first of all, okay? If you see in the LearnLine, there is called join session on the left. So you can use the join session to join collaboratively online. If you are unable to come to the class, for some reasons, you can definitely join online as well, okay? Attendance is not mandatory, but it is highly recommended as well if you can come to the class. Otherwise, if you want to join online as well, we're happy to solve your questions over the online, okay? Couple of things. What I really want you to do is that once you start, you just get into this about this unit. There are four different modules over there about the unit overview, then welcome video, staff contacts, and welcome to LearnLine Ultra. I really want you to look into this overview, and I have already attached a PDF file as well. Now there are three things. The first thing that we have to extract from here is that we have 4 assessments for this particular unit, right? So the first 3 assessments are a group assessment, and the last one is actually a final exam. The first assessment is 10%, then the second one is 20%, then the third one is 30%, and then the final exam is 40%. In total, we'll have 100% mark. Now, I always get questions from the students that these assessments, when they are due actually. Now, you'll always keep in mind that I will always give you enough time to complete your assessment. I'm always very elaborate in my announcements. So please have a look into my announcements so that you can clearly understand what I am saying over there. Now, the first one is actually due sometimes toward the end of week 3, okay? As you know, this is actually a group assessment. I'm expecting to make a group of 4 per group actually, maximum. That is actually maximum, there's actually minimum as well. So you need to find your group mates, your teammates, and can create your own group, okay? So the first thing that you'll be doing after this class is that you should talk to each other and can create your own group. We have mix of internal and external students as well. And so what we want, I want you to take both internal and external together so that we can build the group skill. Now, why it is important to have a teamwork over here? In the field of IT industry, it is very important that we should work in a team, because when you go to the industry, you'll be finding a place where you will be working with the software development, where someone will be a security specialist. Guys, can you listen to me? I really don't want someone to talk when I'm here, right? Please. So please be quiet when I speak, because that will change my tempo as well. So in an industry, what I really want is that I really want that in the industry you are exposed to, suppose for example, a software development. In a software development, you need cybersecurity specialists, you need data scientists, you need system analyst, you need database administrator, you need information system analyst as well, you need accounting professionals. Now there are a number of people who work together in a team to complete one single project. So IT is about like that actually. IT is something where you'll be exposed towards some sort of application development, web development, network solutions, and then gaming development, number of things that you'll be doing in the field of data science as well. So you'll be looking towards creating a group of people with multitude, experiences and skills. So that is something very important for us to form that group. So think that forming a group is actually a blessing for us, and which we'd like to do from the first semester itself. So how you perform as a group, that actually comes with the teamwork, your collaborative skills, how friendly you are, how adaptive you are. These type of things will slowly build over the whole process of 12 weeks. Now, so that brings to a conclusion that once you finish this particular unit, this week class, you should form a team, and then you have already seen that we have created a group for you. So from group 1 to group, suppose 120, I think these are all for Darwin students. So you can self-manual enroll into this group. So you find 4 people, you go to that group and you enroll yourself. That's all. So that group formation need to be done hopefully by this week. That would be really great actually, how we can do it. Now I know that there are people who doesn't know each other. That is actually where the smartness and skills comes to play. Okay, we need to build networking. So we should be going and talking to each other, and then let's form a group. This is actually a very a good way of forming group and a good way of building network as well. Okay, so that is the first thing that we'll be doing. Our first assessment question will be available on LearnLine next week. And the time will be given as well. When is the deadline? What is the expectations? What I'm expecting to complete in that particular first assessment? Everything will be clear. So please hold on for my announcement before you get panicked with those type of things. Okay? So have a look into all those assessment items that we have over there, so that you know exactly how many assessments we have. Keeping in mind, in a just rough summary, our first assessment will be based on installation of your Python and Visual Studio Code, then creating your own Teams channel, then doing some basic programs. So it will be very easy and straightforward to set up the whole process. Our second assessment will be based on some complex coding, because we'll be learning a lot of coding over here. So that will be our second assessment. Our third assessment will be based on software application development. So we'll be developing applications. That will be our third assessment. And our final assessment will be our final exam. Now, I'd like to tell you one thing, that we always run IT Code Fair. You'll be exposed to that event as well very soon. And HAT 137 students, I'm very proud to say that they always get a lot of prizes in that code fair itself, because we are exposed to build an application towards the end of this semester, so which you can showcase in the IT Code Fair and get your exposure and get exposed and get your skills demonstrated to the wider industry of the IT. I'll talk about all these things in the coming weeks as well. So the first important thing is that whenever you form a group, form someone actually who is very serious about the study, who matches with your wavelength as well, and who is passionate about doing something about this Python programming. Okay, so please keep that thing in mind. So these are the 4 assessments that I have talked about. So please have a look into that one. We have staff. So this is me actually, as you can see. At that time I was quite young. This is my email address, my phone number, everything is there. If you have any problems with the unit and everything, you're most welcome to send me an email, or you can come to my office. But please do have an appointment, because I have a lot of other things that I do on place. So you're most welcome. But I really want you to introduce these 4 tutors that we have. So please, my tutors, can you please come on the front so that I can introduce them? So they are actually the people who will be helping you throughout the whole semester. Okay. You should be in front of the mic. Yeah, thank you very much. So I'll introduce all of you. Just see whether you can see yourself. Oh no, you should come here somewhere so that everyone can see you. Come. 1, 2, 3, and Luja come to. Okay, so we have, these are the 4 tutors that we have with us. So who will be helping you throughout the whole semester. And believe me, they are very, very smart kids, okay? They're working for the industry, they're working for the governments, and they are really a good developers, all of them, okay? So I always choose the best ones so that they can help me throughout the whole semester. Now, thank you very much. You can go back. And their contact details are over here already. You can see Bhavan Shang. Can you raise your hand, Bhavan Shang? This is Bhavan. You should have come over here. Anyway, we have Bhavan Shang, Samarpan, Mahmood, and Luja. So we have 4 people over here who will be helping us for the Darwin students, right? So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them and CC me, okay? So I'll be in the CC place, so don't bother me too much, bother them first. And if they don't do anything, then I'll come back to your solution, okay? So that is the first thing that I'll be saying. But, so this is actually my staff contact. And if you see, this is actually a lecturer for Sydney campus, so this is actually for Sydney students. So please don't bother him actually, because he is actually from Sydney. So let's make a distinction between our staff and the Sydney staff. So this is actually staff contacts. Now, where are you going to put your messages? Now over here, because I have enrolled as I have to take a student preview, so it's very hard for me to see all those things. But this is actually a button, a message button where you can push your messages, right? Now the way you have roster like this, that our tutors will be regularly checking your messages on a regular basis. So I've got 4 tutors, they'll be checking on a weekly basis your messages as well. Now the question is that, please bear with us for 3 days, okay? So give us 3 working days to come to your message. Now, if it is a very basic question that you have, I will always request you that you ask the questions among your groups. And if any one of them know, then don't bother to ask that question in the message box, because I really don't want, there are nearly about 590 students over here, right? It's a huge student group. I really don't want people sending message, when is the class, where is the class, how can I find the recording, can I join online, can I come face-to-face? I mean, as I told you, that if you cannot come, you can join online as well, okay? Attendance is not mandatory. So if you see that someone, if there's a 0 in an attendance, don't come and say, why I got attendance 0. So this type of questions should not be there at all. So if you have any questions, first of all, you talk among your group members, and if they don't know, then shout that into the message box. And then one of our tutors will reply to your message, give us 3 working days to come back. Keeping in mind, Saturday and Sunday we don't work. Okay, Saturday and Sunday don't expect, but hopefully from Monday to Friday we are there for you to answer your queries. Clear, guys? Yes. Understood? Very good. Thank you. So this is the message 1. Then there's another session that I've created, which is called discussion session. So every week we'll be having half an hour open-ended questions. I'll keep this thing open for half an hour for everyone. You can ask us any questions regarding about this unit or about your course as well. Being a coordinator of this of the IT department, Faculty of Science and Technology, I'm also inclined, and it is my privilege and my duty as well, to answer your queries regarding about other units if you have. So this half an hour every week I have set aside. If you have any questions about your group problems, about your unit problems, about your lecturers, anything, it's an open-ended question you can ask me. And if I cannot answer, then I'll come back to on the next class and I'll give you that thing. So this is something new that I've introduced this time. Half an hour every week, open-ended question answer session for you. Not only about this unit, about all the other units that you have, especially the IT units that you have in the course. Clear, guys? Okay. Now this particular HIT 137 consultation, now this particular discussion board we have created, it is related to your week 1, week 2, week 3 thing. If the message is specifically to your programming, for example, okay, to your coding, you put those type of things over here, okay. If it is very basic or general, you go to the messages, okay. So this is where the distinction. So you should know how to differentiate between a unit specific questions and a general question. So for example, you are talking about your coding problem. You're having a problem with the syntax and everything. You can shout that thing into this consultation, discussion, question answer session as well. Again, our tutors will be regularly monitoring that thing so that you know exactly, we can answer you those things. But again, I'm telling you, from next week, I really want to see you that all of you in a group sit together in a group, so in a cluster, so that you talk among each other before you raise any questions to the audience. In that way, we reduce the communication and we make it more effective as well. Clear, guys? Understood? Good. And I really want to hear, okay? So that yes, yes, yes. So something I really want to hear from you, because it's really good actually to keep me motivated as well when I'm speaking. Now, I speak fast, that I know. Okay, I speak quite fast, and I have tried number of times to reduce the speed, but it doesn't work actually. But one good thing is that I say same things couple of times as well. So, for example, if you miss the first train, definitely you'll catch in the second train. Okay, you'll find the information. But I will try to reduce my speed, but I don't know how much. But I will try. But if you don't understand anything, please ask me questions. I'm happy to answer those ones. Okay, and then you know also about the announcements. So you're posting announcements on a regular basis. You can see that one as well. Now let's go to the content. With the content, first of all, the weekly announcement, as I told you. So keep an eye on this weekly announcement. I will be giving every week announcement on a specific folder and document. So that tells us what we're going to do in week 1, what we're going to do in week 2, in week 3, in that way. And this announcement will be posted every week, Monday morning. Okay, hopefully you'll get this thing by Monday morning. So even if you miss all the announcement, this announcement is very, very important because this is very detailed. How many of you have already seen this announcement? Raise your hand, please. Only a couple of them, which is not good actually. Then what is the purpose of typing so nice announcement for all of you? So please, this is a very important thing. If you really want to keep yourself up to date with the unit, you should look into all those announcements. Okay, because there are a lot of questions that you have asked were already announced in the announcement as well. So every week I'll be giving you week 1 announcement, week 2 announcement, week 3 announcement. In that way, it will keep on going. Clear, guys? So that means you look into your messages, discussions, announcements about the unit. These are basic things that you'll be doing. And this is actually where our unit starts, about introduction to Python programming. So what happened? Every week Monday, I'll give you weekly materials. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. And every week, in each week, what you will see, for example, if I open this one, you will see the week 1 overview. It will tell you exactly what we're going to cover in this week 1. And then after that, I'll create modules, I will create installations, I will create coding. So the way we have developed this unit is that I want to be as much detail as possible with all the solutions, with all the tutorials and everything in place. Okay, so we give a lot of time and effort to build this unit. Okay, and that's why this unit has always been one of the most favorite units to our students. I don't know why, but it is one of the most favorite units. Because of the reason is that because of the completeness. So we try to cover each and every individual thing over there. So before coming and asking any questions, just surf through this learn line. Hopefully you'll get all the answers. If not, then you'll come back with your answers as well. Clear, guys? Understood? So this is actually a basic introduction of the learn line unit, which you need in order to prepare yourself. Now, let me stop this sharing. Now I would like to go, this is actually a learn line part, so let me stop this